What is up, guys? It is Pup, your coach of the Green Bay Drillbers, and today we have the final week of the regular season in GWA Season 4. We are facing against Zero Pops this week. We faced him in the playoffs of the low tier league in that first season, and he beat us there, but we are going to try to get our revenge this time. We're not doing super duper serious. You know, I just kind of threw together a team. I've got 4 choice items on my team. I think it's pretty fun, but we're completely locked into the playoffs. Right now, we are chilling at the 4 seed, 5-2 plus 6. Crepuscle, who we beat, is 1 differential point above us, and then so we're the only 2 at 5-2. There are 2 teams at 6-1, including Spin and Dries, and then the other team that is locked in is Milk in the number 5 seed at 4-3 with a +8 differential. And then we have 5 teams that are vying for the 6, 7, and 8. So you got Calebue at 4-3 +5. We got Vox at 4-3 +0. We got Dino at 3-4 +7. Obscured at 3-4 +5, and then Zero at 3-4 -4. So Zero really needs to win this game with some help. You know, I'm not gonna go like too serious. But I would definitely like to get this win. I'd like to get a little bit of a higher seed. Choose my matchup. I think there's at least 1 or 2 matchups that I really would like to choose. I would rather get those than get assigned just the other matchups. And if I am in those top 3 seeds, then I'm able to choose my matchup. But without further ado, I'm gonna go over my team builder really quick. If you guys want to skip to the battle, there should be a timestamp, or there should have been, but I would recommend watching the team builder. Why not? But yeah, so let's go over their team. I'm gonna start off with mine. I got the Palafin, I've got the Slowking, I have Chiyu, I have Kilowattrel, Thwacky, Enamorous, Beartick, Iron Treads, Regidrago, Gligar, and Dedenne. While on Zero's team, they have Roaring Moon, SPECTRIER, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Hatterene, Lilligant, Walking Wake, Sandy Shocks, Ninetales, Leafeon, and Tropius. So they obviously have a pretty scary Sun team. But I mean, if they're trying to act outside of Sun, I feel like I have a pretty good shot against this team. I also have like pretty good things to counter. You know, I have a good SPECTRIER counter with like a Palafin that can just Jet Punch that thing. I'll do 1,000,000%, just as long as I don't let it get a sub up. I should be fine. I also have Slowking that can set up my own weather, my own hail, or snow, I guess it is now, to get rid of their sun, which is nice. So that's really the idea, is just, you know, kind of just get there and kill stuff. I also have Regidrago, who absolutely blows their team apart. As long as they don't have the Hatterene, like if they don't bring the Hatterene, or if I get that thing gone, then their team just completely gets to like nuked by Dragon Energy, which I love to see. But I will go over my team. The tier captains, I guess I should go over. I'll go over theirs. So Zeros, they have Dark and Flying Roaring Moon. Hatterene is Fairy Water Steel. Lilligant is Grass Fire Ghost, and Leafeon is Grass Ground Steel. And I'm definitely expecting, I could see like the top 6 coming and trying not to come with a Sun team if they want to do that, but I do think that the Sun option is really good into me. I definitely think they're going to bring Lilligant. I think SPECTRIER matches up well. I think that Sandy Shocks is really good to set up hazards against my team, because I like my removal is not the best. I mean, obviously I have one of the better removals in Iron Treads, but besides that I have nothing. But I think those are some Pokemon that they probably should bring. But we're going to start off with our Regidrago here. Choice Scarf, Dragon's Mouth, Dragon Energy, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, Dragon Pulse. Triple Dragon type moves, just because it's so dang good into their team. I'm outspeed everything with the Choice Scarf and my speed investment, and got max special attack as well. This thing just clicks buttons. If Hatterene either Terras or just is not there, then I just click Dragon Energy and get 6 kills, and that's pretty much it. Got Slowking next, the Black Sludge, Regenerator, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Chilling Water, Toxic. So I'm not actually bringing the Chilly Reception, which will probably throw them off. Could be bad, but I thought this set was pretty good into them. Flamethrower hits all of their sweepers pretty well. Chilling Water is there, like, so stuff can't set up in my face. They can't really set up with Roaring Moon. They can't get those attack boosts. I also have Toxic, which is really good for all the sweepers. A Sludge Bomb will stop everything from making a sub pretty much. The one thing that really beats me is the SPECTRIER if it subs up in my face. But if it's not a sub variant, then I can Toxic that thing. But no matter what, I'm probably just going to try to break that thing sub because the sub is so scary. Third up, I have Choice Scarf Enam with Contrary, rocking Moonblast, Sludge Bomb, Earth Power, Healing Wish. Moonblast is just a nuke into their team. They don't have a switch in unless they like Terra Steel their Hatterene, and then at that point Regidrago just like blows through them. So they don't really have switch-ins. I have Healing Wish in case I need to get something up back to full, and then we're just pretty much max speed and max special attack. Then I have some heat with a Mirror Herb Chi-Yu, rocking Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, Nasty Plot, and Flame Charge. I got Nasty Plot and Flame Charge just to boost my stats a little bit. Flamethrower and Dark Pulse take care of their entire team. And then we have Mirror Herb, so I can switch this in on a SPECTRIER, and if it goes for Calm Mind, I will get both those boosts as well, and also Nasty Plot or Flame Charge just to outboost them. If they sub up, then it's unfortunate. I just click Dark Pulse. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. But this thing absolutely just destroys their team. If they have Lilligant and it's going to go for Quiver Dance, I can also switch into this thing. Obviously, I do not take Sleep Powder very well. No one on my team does. But if they just go for Raw Quiver, then I will Mirror Herb that and be able to destroy them. And then we have a Choice Banded Palafin with a Jet Punch, Outrage, Flip Turn, Ice Punch. Outrage there for the Walking Wake. I feel like that's a pretty good amount of heat on their team. Just Dragon moves are really strong into them in general if they do not have that Hatterene, or if it's Terra. And I don't think we need any speed this week. Just want to go max attack and then max HP so we can eat a couple of hits. And then last up, we have a Choice Specs Kilowattrel. Rocking Terra Flying on this thing. And by the way, my Enam is Terra Fairy for those Moonblasts. But we have Terra Flying with Choice Specs Hurricane, which is just going to nuke their team. We have Volt Switch, Weather Ball if they want to set up the sun, and then I can just destroy like their Leafeon, the Lilligant, and the Tropius. And then we have Terra Blast on there. I mean, obviously, like any of these flying type moves are going to destroy those grass types as well. But, you know, like a Hurricane or a Terra Blast is going to do really well into their team as well. And then we just have enough speed to outspeed everything barring the SPECTRIER, and then max special attack and some HP. So I know that was a really quick team builder, but, you know, if Zero makes the playoffs, I don't really want to like give away my stuff because I know they're like a great battler. This is definitely not the team that I would normally bring against them, but I still thought it was good. If I beat them, then I'm in a really, really good spot. No matter what, I'm a clinch for the playoffs anyways, though, so it's a low-risk game for me. But that's about it for the team builder. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll push you guys over to the battle right now. See ya. We're here with the battle, playing on Showdown today, just being a little bit different. Here, let me fix this just a little bit. There we go. And I see they did bring the Hatterene, which is annoying for my Regidrago, obviously. But they didn't actually bring Sun. So, I mean, I'm definitely fine with that. I'm not upset at all. I mean, Regidrago is really good into everything except for that hat. I do think that they could lead with the Sandy Shocks. But in that case, I could just lead with Palafin and go hard out to Kilowattrel. I could even just lead with Enam. How much does Enam do to that Sandy Shocks if they lead with that thing? I get 2 KO them. I think I'm going to start with Palafin. They go Ogre. And they might just like straight up set up in my face. I could see that. If they go for Ivy Cudgel, it's a good play. But I doubt they will. Sorry, it's being a little bit slow. I'm just going to go hard Kilo. They just U-turn. Interesting. Interesting. And it did 18%, so they're not max attack. They're actually like 0 attack, which is odd. They like some sort of special Ogre Pawn. Could be interesting. More likely they're like some sort of like max HP set. But they probably just go Sandy Shocks. Yeah, I figured. But they can't touch me. Yeah, they cannot touch me whatsoever. I'm thinking about just Terraing. If I go for Terra Flying Hurricane, it's always going to be a 2-hit KO. Yeah. I think I'm actually just going to regular Hurricane first. I do end up hitting, and they're bulky. Lefties. They set up the rocks. That's fine by me. And they definitely have a decent amount of special defense investment. You'll take that so well. I'm just going to spam Hurricane. Like, they can set up their spikes. Luckily, I get a confusion there. Now, if I Terra Flying and land this Hurricane, it should knock them out. So I'm going to go for it. I do get it, and I take them out. So no spikes up, which is pretty lucky for me, but I mean, it is what it is. Now let's see what they end up going out to, because nothing really wants to take these Terra Flying Hurricanes from Choice Specs Kilowattrel. Like, Roaring Moon might just die, do huge damage to Hatterene, knocks out the Walking Wake, knocks out Ogre Pond, knocks out SPECTRIER. They just have to hope that I miss, pretty much. That's like, they're out. I am really surprised that they didn't bring the Lilligant, though. You know, I felt like Zero was talking up the Lilligant so much. They go to SPECTRIER. So if they're Scarfed, well, actually, they're always going to outspeed me. But Shadow Ball, unless they're Specs, won't kill. But I could always just go straight out to Chiyu. I'm not Choice Scarfed, though. So that could be a bad option. I think I'm fine into them since I have the Palafin in the back. So I'm just going to stay in Hurricane. They do Shadow Ball, and it seems like they might be Specs to knock me out there. Or just, they can't be Modest, so they're probably Specs. So what I can do is I can go Regidrago and just click Dragon Energy. They can go Hatterene. If I go Enam, how much is that doing to SPECTRIER? It's doing a lot. It'll put it in Palafin range. I am going to go out to Enam. I'm just going to click Moonblast versus this thing. And they'll just knock me out if they stay in, but they don't. They go Ogre. I do 25%. So, yeah, looking like potentially max HP. I'm just going to switch out to Slowking. And they're going to U-turn. That's fine. They can probably just go back out into SPECTRIER. They do. And if they are like some sort of Choice Specs variant, they should knock me out here. But if not, I get a big hit on them. So I'm just going to Flamethrower. They do show to be Specs. Oh well. I go Enam. Moonblast one more time. I don't really mind losing all these Pokemon to Enam. I feel like Palafin is obviously so good in the endgame here, especially with this chip on Ogre. I'm just going to Moonblast again. If they U-turn, then I'm in a good spot. Their Synthesis. Crazy set. Interesting, man. Okay, I'm going to go Regidrago here. On the Ivy Cudgel, they don't do too much. Draco Meteor obviously takes this thing out, but they could go Hat. You know, if they go Hatterene, it would be really, really bad. I'm just gonna Earth Power here. They do go Hatterene. It takes 26. And then the eject button now. Interesting. This SPECTRIER knocked me out at this point. Yes. SPECTRIER definitely knocks me out. I'm going to get some damage on this thing so I can kill it with Jet Punch, though. Awesome. Now we go Palafin for sure. And we just click Choice Banded Jet Punch into their team. If I was crazy, I would click Outrage. But I'm just going to Jet Punch. There we go. No more SPECTRIER to ruin my day, which is pretty nice. Their Booster Walking Wake. Booster Special Attack. Can I win with Enam and this in the late game? Potentially. So should I sack my Chi-Yu? If they're modest, which I'm pretty sure they have to be, I will outspeed them with Chi-Yu if I end up sacking Enam. And Chi-Yu kind of just beats everything left on their team, kind of. I'm not so sure about what to do. Maybe I do sack the Chi-Yu, but if I get a nasty plot up, then it's probably over. Let's see, if I get a nasty plot up, I knock out the Wake, I two-shot the Roaring Moon, and knock out the other two Mons on their team though. Yeah, this is a tough turn. How much does Palafin do with Jet Punch to everything else on their team? It does a good chunk, but I think I just have to sack this thing here. And just go for the Jet Punch. Does almost nothing. And their agility. I should have just switched to Chi-Yu, man. Alright. Yeah, you got me. Definitely got me there. I'm gonna go Enam, try to outplay it. And their sub as well. Yeah, good game, man. It is completely over. Go back out into Palafin. I'm gonna click Outrage. Yeah, they have the pulse. And they're just gonna be able to take me out here. Well, good game to my opponent there. It didn't matter too much for me. I mean, it would have been nice to win, but obviously wasn't a big deal. They do hit all their Hydro Pumps, so GG's. They played great. They brought really good stuff. Not what I was expecting, but you know, it was really not an important game to me anyways. So I'm fine with losing to a great opponent as well. And Zero Pops might even sneak into the playoffs. So I mean, we'll see. But that's about it for this week. I'll see you guys in the next week, which will be the playoffs. Hopefully we can claw back there and play some good Mons. All right, peace out.